Hi everybody, this is my review of the SX710 HS, and it's probably the review I've prepared for most of any product I've shown you. I have actually used this to record virtually every video that I've done that wasn't outside, of course, where I used the Heroes in a head mount situation. So I did not use it outside. I use it inside, basically to do the kind of presentations I normally do, the box openings, etc. And that's probably the major use it'll be put to. I'll be carrying it outside when I have a view to admire, because then is when its capabilities come into effect. But it's not a pedestrian carry and use camera. But it is a great special circumstances camera. It can be a pedestrian carry and use camera. Don't let me put it past you. But if you got alternatives, you might choose those, because it is rather large, and it. I guess I could place this on a chest mount or a head mount, but it would be kind of heavy. I'd have to get one with a 1/4 inch tripod type connection. Anyway, I do have one of those, by the way. Anyway, here we go. It is, as point and shoots first came in, they were basically very simple, and they were meant to prevent you from having to go into any of the things a professional photographer would go into, or a more experienced photographer. But now the point and shoots are beginning to give you more choices, so they're moving toward the DSLR. The DSLR has long before moved to the point and shoot. I've got this particular camera. This is my 70D. Not sure how the autofocus is going to work here on this other camera, but it has an A there which says auto, which is basically mean, you know, it does everything. Now, doing everything doesn't mean it does everything well. I usually run in manual, but I do use auto on occasion, and it works fine in situations that aren't extreme darkness, extreme light, etc. So now the Canon 30X has 20.3 megapixels, great. 30x zoom, great. I've actually used this function, and it gets to a point where it goes macro. In fact, this little camera I've got here, which is a Sony, does some of that, but not quite as good as the Canon. And this is only a 20x, and the Canon is a 30x. So that's the difference. Quality, you can check some of my 5 or 6 previous videos. It's very good. It's as good as the DSLR. And what is special about this is now you can access some DSLR qualities. Right now I've got it on full auto here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Got it on full auto here, so all I've got to do is just drag this thing around to manual. Of course, it would help if I turned it on. Now I can hit my function button, and I've got a full set of basic DSLR type functions. I've got ISO. I can choose 80, 100, 200, 400, 3200. So I've got white balance. I've got light metering. I can change the output of my flash. I can use single continuous. I can change an aspect ratio of just a photograph, and you can change pixels by just going over there and just going up and down. So it's just amazing. You know, you have a full set of controls. It's quite a few of these. Now I can set compression for image quality. It's set for fine. Now right now I'm just I'm looking at some of the things that I would do if I was using it as for photography. Now if I'm going to movie quality, I'd go here, 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, 1280 by 720, 30 frames per second, or 640 by 480, 30 frames per second. So you have multiple choices with this. And you don't have to, sorry for the dirty screen, you don't have to just go idiot quality. You can make it now. I'm not calling you an idiot because I use auto more than I use any other function. Particularly on that, I do use manual occasionally on the DSLR, but it's always a struggle. It's getting easier and easier, but it takes some time. So it's made simple for us that need simple sometime. So it's all a plus. I've used the zoom, and the zoom is pretty impressive. I can't really show you the quality of the zoom because I'll be looking at the quality of the zoom through another camera. But get it, I think you'd be happily surprised. It can almost do within a limited frame of reference, telephoto type thing. And within a much closer frame of reference, I did use it for macro. I did have to change the focusing a little bit to get it to go to macro, but it did go to macro fine. So I just want to let you know this is a good choice, and at about $390, $400, a little bit less in the market right now. It's reasonable. The G7 and the G8. The G7, of course, is the vlogger's go-to camera. The G8 is coming out now, much larger camera, much more expensive, about $700-800. So the point and shoots are now beginning to push up. The highest Sony point and shoots are right at $1,000. So point and shoots are not only getting better, they're getting better and making you pay for it. They're getting more expensive. So I just want to let you know, if you want to use the Canon 30X with its borderline telephoto capabilities, it would be a great outside camera. And you have seen from the videos I've shown you, I've used it inside mostly, and it does very well there. It's pretty tolerant of the low light. I tend to do most of my videos at night, particularly during the winter, because I'm pretty busy during the day. In the summer, I have more opportunity for natural light, but you can pick and choose your seasons to do videos. In any case, I just wanted to show you this Canon. I give it a unreserved A. It may even work its way up to A+ as I use it more thoroughly. I haven't found it lacking in very much, and with its configurability, any lack that it has, you can configure out on a case-by-case basis. All right, I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day.